so proudly we hailed, and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket treadless, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land under the frame, and the home of the brave. Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in name, the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save, this land of the brave, the US of A. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land of the brave, and the
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching Maxspeed TV.
I was born to kill it. I was meant to win. I am down and willing, so I will find a way. It took a minute, I didn't have a right away. When it got hot in the kitchen, you decided to stay.
Welcome everybody to MaxspeedTV TV for this Thursday night OP Throwback Series presented by, Butt Kickers. Not part of this group tonight, but we are live on MaxspeedTV TV. Nonetheless, we've got 14 drivers out there tonight ready to go. A couple of new faces, or at least one new face that I see out there tonight. We're going to go ahead and jump right into our points standings here tonight. Oh, let me get this stuff off of the screen so you guys can see it. And why that is so big, I have no idea. We're going to shrink this down just a little bit. Because I can't get rid of that box up there at the top. So, Bentley Glaser right now in the top spot with 1,311 points. Jeff Hollingsworth in second with 1,266, 45 behind Bentley. Cody Eldred in a third at 1,128. He's 183 points behind Bentley and 138 behind Jeff. Hunter Carlson up into fourth tonight at 1,097, 214 behind the leader and at 31 behind Cody. Charlie Woods in at fifth at 1,095, 216 behind the leader and 2 behind Hunter. That is the 0-1 of Jerry West in sixth at 1,082, 229 behind the leader, 13 behind Charlie. Andrew Faryniarz up in seventh. Of course, he has had 5 wins on the season at 1,068, 243 behind the leader and 14 behind Jerry. Daniel Dow coming in eighth tonight at 1,007, at 304 behind the leader and at 61 behind Andrew. Rick Sanchez into ninth at 994, 317 behind the leader and 13 behind Daniel. Nick Wing rounding out the top 10 at 991. He is 320 behind the leader and 3 behind Rick. Nick Wing over here on the other side at in that 9 machine in 11th, it should be. At 991, 320 behind the leader and 3 behind. Oh, that's Nick as well. Never mind. We're going to go to 11th, the number 36, Stephen Luttrell, 985, 326 behind the leader and 6 behind Nick. In 12th, Brian Elmore at 981, 330 behind the leader and 4 behind Stephen. Brent Elmore.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Y'all have to excuse me for a minute. I did not realize that was, my audio was still on. Let me turn that off. All right, so Brent Elmore in 13th, 865, 446 behind the leader, and 116 behind Brian. Jerry Bergeron in 14th at 848, 463 behind the leader, 17 behind Brent. Bubba Winningham in 15th at 839. He is 472 behind the leader and 9 behind Jerry. Doug Johnson in 16th at 814, 497 behind the leader, 25 behind Bubba. Adam Pettit in 17th at 801, 510 behind the leader and 13 behind Doug. Benny Maestas dropping to 18th at 702, 609 behind the leader, 99 behind Adam. Tyler Dalton, who found out is going to be running part-time now. He is in 19th at 696, 615 behind the leader and 6 behind Benny. And PK, Paul Crumar, rounding out the top 20 at 693, 618 behind the leader and 3 behind Tyler. And, of course, we go to which I don't know why. Here it is. This is what happened last week at Legacy Phoenix. Andrew Faryniarz, your winner. Hunter Carlson in second. Bentley Glaser third. Jeff Hollingsworth fourth. And Jerry West in fifth. Well, as we get ready to go, I'm going to go ahead and bring one of our admins up here real quick. Let's see if he'll visit with us for just a minute. Oh, there he is. Steven. Hey, Steve Lane up in the booth. Got a copy there, buddy?
I sure do. What's going on?
Well, just going to visit with you for just a second, man. Not a very big field tonight. Looks like we got about 16 drivers here tonight. What are y'all expecting for Darlington here tonight, bud?
I am expecting to hopefully finish on the lead lap and not knock the wall down too much. But having 16 cars here, that's not too bad. I think a good number's right around 20, so we'll make the best of it and hopefully get a lot of green flag racing out of it.
Well, you guys are fixing to qualify, but I wanted to visit with you. One of the only admin that I guess Cody's an admin too, but hadn't seen Alex. I think he's been working a lot here lately, but wanted to bring one of the admins up here to kind of get an idea what we got going on, what we're expecting, and all that good stuff. Real quick before you go qualify, well, what are you guys looking at on fuel, and how do you think tires are going to play a factor?
I think tires are going to get wore out pretty bad. We might have to pit for tires before we need fuel. I will see how it runs out. I didn't get a lot of green flag practice in there, but fuel's 100%. I think we're going to get about, I want to say 53 laps out of fuel. I'm not for certain on that though.
A little bit less than what we had last week then.
Yeah. This track will eat a lot of fuel. It's a lot of high RPM, a lot of throttle.
I got you. Well, good luck, Steven. Thanks for visiting with us, buddy. And, man, you guys just get out there and have a great race.
All right, thanks. I'm going to give it my best.
Absolutely. We'll talk to you later, brother. All right. Well, we are getting into qualified here, folks. Christian Strader looks like he is out on the track. Now, he's got 21 on the car, but he is actually in the 29 on iRacing. Jimmy Hop out here as well right now in a P2. Brian Elmore out on track. Ron Holyfield out on the track. Bentley Glaser out there as well. Stephen Luttrell already with a yellow flag. Lilith Peters, one of our new racers tonight, just joined the league. She is out here qualifying right now. Michael Hop is out there. Vicente Guerrero as well. One of our familiar faces to OP out here tonight. Bentley Glaser, though, taking over the top spot with a 28.92. Christian Strader in P2 at 29 flat. Jimmy Hop in third at 29.11 or 29.12. Let's get our qualifying up here and not our SDK just decided to crash out on me. We'll get that refreshed there. Get our qualifying up. So right now, 6 people. Ron Holyfield coming in at 6th place with a 29.68. Cody Eldred jumping in there in 5th at 29.66. We still have people out qualifying, though. Bobby Wetzel out there. Lilith Peters laying down a great time at 29.13. As we get this refreshed, about a minute and a half left of qualifying. We still got people out qualifying. Michael Hop, Stephen Luttrell, Bobby Wetzel still out there. He is coming off the track. Cody Eldred out on the track right now, as well as Michael Hop. Right now, it looks like Bentley Glaser going to have that top spot. Christian Strader in 2nd. Cody Eldred jumping up to 3rd. Jimmy Hop 4th. Lilith Peters in 5th. Bobby Wetzel 6th. Nick Wing 7th. Brian Elmore in 8th. Ron Holyfield in 9th. Well, Well, glad you are home, Lorna. I apologize for not looking at chat very much. I've been kind of reading off of things, but thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight. I see Lorna out there, Belva, of course. Now, Belva, I don't see Rick Rat out here tonight. I don't know where he's at. Everett Grover, Jeremy Medlock out there as well. And Lorna, glad you're back home. William was complaining that he was starving to death, so I'm sure he's glad to get you back home cooking him some dinner. The way it's looking. But Everett Grover, appreciate you guys so much for tuning in tonight. It looks like we are ready for our grid. Bentley Glaser, though, going to be in that top spot. Let's holler at Bentley real quick before he grids up. Bentley, Steve, up to booth, buddy. Congratulations. Not a familiar face. I mean, you are a familiar face up there on that pole position. Man, what do you got to do tonight, brother? I mean, this is Darlington.
Try to save the right front. I'm pretty bad about that here. Usually kind of get tight around lap 30.
Well, I mean, how does the car feel? And I know you've been out there practicing. What were you getting kind of on your practice runs there, as far as tire wear?
It feels like it's going to get tight. I didn't really go out for very long runs, probably just 5 laps at a time. So I'm not too sure what's going to go on at the end.
All right. And they said you guys were probably going to get somewhere around 56 laps of fuel.
Yep.
So definitely fuel strategy going to play a part. Well, congratulations, Bentley. Thanks for visiting with us, buddy. I know you're going to get ready to get out there and give it everything you got. So good luck and have some fun, buddy.
All right. Thank you.
All right, so let's go ahead and get our MaxspeedTV TV starting grid. Bentley Glaser, your pole sitter on row number 1. Christian Strader to his outside. Row number 2 will be Cody Eldred on the inside. Jimmy Hop on the outside. Row number 3, newcomer Lilith Peters on the inside. Michael Hop on the outside of her. Row number 4, Bobby Wetzel and Nick Wing. Row number 5 is going to be Brian Elmore and Ron Holyfield. Row number 6, Andrew Faryniarz and Charlie Woods. Row number 7, Rusty Modesty and Vicente Guerrero. And the last row, which is not going to show me for some reason, is going to be Doug Johnson and Stephen Luttrell. 16 cars out here tonight for the Lady in Black at Darlington. We get ready to go green here, folks. Not a very big field, but we have 100. Oh, what is that? Oh, okay. We have 147 laps tonight, guys, so it is going to be a good race. Belva, I don't know. He is not out here at all. I don't see him in the lineup at all. So I guess I lost him. I don't know. The pace car is down into pit road. We get to the restart zone here with our Chevyland green flag. Here we go, folks. We are green flag racing here at the Lady in Black in Darlington tonight in these Gen 4 cars. I hadn't seen him all night. I don't know. Like I said, I hadn't seen him at all in the lineup. So, well, Bentley Glaser already out front. Got Christian Strader right behind him. Falling back is Jimmy Hop, Cody Eldred, Michael Hop, Lilith Peters back here in the 0. It shows 0-1. It's supposed to be 0-0-1, and it will show the 0-0-1 on the tail of her car. Bobby Wetzel moving. Oh, he is going down. into, is he going into the pits, or just he is having some problems for some reason. Well, there goes his front bumper flying off of his car. Bentley Glaser, though, I got to get my stuff up here. It's not even showing. There we go. Well, like I said, Belva, I'd never seen him in the session tonight. Andrew Faryniarz, he is making his way up through the field like he always does. He started back in 11th, currently in 7th. I may have to go get my eyes checked. Like I said, if he was out here, I totally missed it. Didn't see him at all registered for the session. And I've been in here since we started. Looked like Andrew getting into the wall just a little bit there. We look at the 5 of Rusty Modesty coming around these corners. Coming down the front straightaway. Ooh. Looked like Michael Hott may have gotten to the wall just a little bit. They are running that high line. Steven Luttrell, he is up 5 spots back here in 10th. Well, Belva, it's always nice to see you, and always glad to have you out there in chat. Charlie Woods back here in 12th where he started at. Vicente Guerrero in 24th where he started at. Vicente running a Looney Tunes theme card tonight. Got Bugs Bunny there. Elmer Fudd on the other side. The DuPont 24. Definitely good to see Vicente out there. Bentley, he is out to about a 1.5 lead over Christian. Ron Holyfield, he is down 3 spots. But Bobby Wetzel still out here with no front clip. Yeah, there is. Let's see. Bobby Wetzel's running one, and Doug Johnson's running the other one. Kevin Harvick is at the Kodiak. I think Kevin Harvick drove the Kodiak machine. Oh, the 21. Oh, the Reese's. The Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. That is Christian Strader. He's supposed to be in the 29. Okay. We're watching Jimmy Hop. Lilith went from 5th to 6th, back to 4th. Of course, Cody Eldred in his trademark Sharpie car. 95, that is Michael Hopp in the Valvoline. Scott Briggs throwback, okay. What about the Sunoco? Isn't that a throwback as well? Come on, Everett, don't fail me now, buddy. Looking back to the field, we are just basically single file. Would be if it was all blue. I got you. Bentley, he is just out here doing Bentley things. But Andrew Faryniarz, he is up 8 spots. Currently back here in 3rd. Jimmy Hop, Lilith Peters, they are door to door, side by side, coming through the corner. I have to admit, she is definitely holding her own. The 5 of Rusty Modesty, he was up into the wall. So Bentley, I think, is just, I'm not sure where that paint scheme come from. It almost looks like just one that he threw together. Now you've got to be talking about the singular wireless of 001 here of Lilith Peters, one of our newest driver. And the John Deere car, that's the 51 of Jimmy Hop. Of course, the 9, Bill Elliott, Casey Kane. I'm not sure which one. I think that's Casey Kane with the flames coming off of the 9. Bobby Wetzel did come down pit road. Oh, looks like Bobby has taken his car behind the wall. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I am ready for iRacing and actual NASCAR. The truck series is getting the Ram trucks for 2026. I am so ready for that, because that will be one of my trucks on iRacing. Of course, I'm kind of excited about the new NASCAR 25 coming out here. I think in about a week or so. I've seen some early access stuff to it, and well, it looks pretty decent from what I was seeing. Well, from the photos I've seen, Everett, they look sweet. And like I said, I am so looking forward to it. Sorry about that. I got my shingle shot the other day. Now my arm is really sore. Man, Bentley Glaser has opened that gap up to 2.63 seconds over Christian. And then Andrew Faryniarz has opened up a gap between him and Jimmy Hop, 2.3 seconds. But Andrew's still 3.9 seconds behind Christian. Almost 4 seconds, and he's almost 7 seconds behind Bentley. Everybody is just kind of single file. No real battles going on. We got a little bit of a battle between the 39 of Brian Elmore and the 25 of Ron Holyfield, but it looks like Elmore is going to have the advantage on that. Vicente Guerrero back here in the 14th, and Doug Johnson is back here in the 15th. Bentley Glaser, he is coming around turn number 4 here, coming back through this front stretch. Going to lead another lap, has led all the laps so far. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and step aside for a second. Get some sights and sounds of Darlington. Hang tight. It is time for a little bit of Crank It Up Cam right here on Maxspeed TV. We will be right back. The 51 of Jimmy Hop got into the wall. Definitely starting to see a little bit of tire wear out there as they have been out here for all the laps. No pit stops yet. The only one that's went into the pit road is Bobby Wetzel, and he has taken his car behind the wall for the night about 9 laps ago. Almost 10 laps ago. Bentley Glaser, though, he is still out front. Christian Strader still in second. Andrew Faryniarz has closed the gap on Christian, about a second, a little under a second and a half behind Christian. Yeah, we've been seeing some Darlington stripes out there for sure. Lilith Peters, though, she has done quite well. She is up to 4th. Michael Hop in 5th. Jimmy Hop there in a 6th. Rusty Modesty in 7th. Cody Eldred in 8th. Stephen Luttrell in 9th. Nick Wing rounding out your top 10. Brian Elmore, Vicente Guerrero, Ron Holyfield battle right here between Vicente and Ron. It looks like Ron's going to go ahead and let Vicente go. Battle for 12th. Charlie Woods here 14th, and Doug Johnson back here 15th. Let's get on these two guys. Looks like Doug Johnson coming down pit road right now. That's going to put Doug, well, he's down a lap down, maybe two, it'll be 2 laps down. 55, 56 laps is what they're going to get on fuel. Bentley Glaser, though, is out 3 seconds ahead of Christian. But Andrew has definitely closed that gap down to less than a half a second behind Christian. Andrew's pretty good driver about saving tires. Christian, I believe he is definitely losing time here. Ooh, Christian into the wall. That's definitely going to slow him down. Andrew has got the run. It decides to back out of it. Christian is looking at the inside, but he is going to drift up. Andrew Faryniarz right behind him. Battle for second place right now. Christian goes up high into the wall again. Gets loose. Checks up Andrew. Now Andrew's going to get the run on the inside. Going to get around Christian fairly easily. Christian's not going to battle him, as he is probably, his tires are probably pretty cooked. Now Andrew's got his eyes, or the target set on Bentley. Bentley Glaser is 3.7 seconds ahead of Andrew. But he is closing that gap down to 3.2 seconds now behind Bentley, and he is gaining time. Andrew is now less than 3 seconds behind Bentley. Bentley coming out of turns 1 and 2 down to the back straightaway. Andrew now 2.8 seconds behind. Kind of looking back through. Looks like Charlie Woods may have went down a pit road. Looks like Charlie has pitted, so he is going to be on a fresh tires. Bentley Glaser, though, losing time. Now only a 2-second lead, less than 2 seconds on Andrew. Lilith's got her eyes set on that P3 spot of Christian. Well, we got 42 laps down, folks. On lap 43 right now. And Bentley is losing time. Andrew is gaining on Bentley down to a second, almost a 1.4 seconds behind Bentley. See Nick Wing coming off of pit road. Ron Holyfield is going to be the last car on the lead lap. We're fixing to have a battle for the lead here, probably within the next lap or so, as Andrew has got it down to under a second behind Bentley. Christian is having a hard time. He's getting more than one Darlington stripe from the looks of it. Bentley comes around here for another lap. Andrew about a half a second behind him, getting close. 0.6 seconds. Andrew and Bentley will be battling out for that top spot. Bentley opting to stay on that high side. Andrew kind of apex in that corner. Ooh, Andrew into the wall a little bit. Going to get his Darlington stripe there. But Bentley's having to lift a little sooner. We talked to Bentley at the beginning of the race. He has a hard time saving that right front here at this track, and it's showing. Here comes that 88 with the run. Going to catch up with Bentley. Bentley going to stay low. That's going to allow that 88 to go on the outside. Coming around Bentley now. Here we go. New leader, Andrew Faryniarz, taking over the lead. Coming back from 11th all the way up to the lead. And Andrew is opening up a gap. I see Lilith Peters coming down pit road now. Now my guess would be Bentley's going to try to stay out here as long as he can and try to pit at the same time as Andrew. Michael Hop, Jimmy Hop back here battling each other for P3. Rusty Modesty is out here in 5th. Cody Eldridge 6th. Stephen Luttrell up 8 spots into 7th. Brian Elmore in 8th. Vicente Guerrero in 9th. Ron Holyfield back here in 10th. Christian Strader down on pit road and now. Looks like he is taking some tires and fuel. Andrew is past Bentley now, open up a 2.2 second gap on Bentley. And then Michael Hop and Jimmy Hop are 11 seconds behind the top 2 spots. As Jimmy is looking to the inside line of Michael here for the pass, decides not to. Looks like Michael had the run coming out of the corner. Jimmy's got the apex going, so he is carrying a little momentum into the end of the corner, through the corner, but he's losing it Rusty Modesty down pit road. Ron Holyfield, Brian Elmore coming off of pit road now. So we are seeing some green flag pit stops again, as we have went 52 laps of green flag racing so far. Andrew Faryniarz still out front. Bentley Glaser about 3.5 seconds behind now. Andrew is just a machine in these cars. Michael Hopp, Stephen Luttrell, Vicente Guerrero down pit road this time. As we keep an eye on Andrew, he is going to stretch this as far as he can. Been out here 54 laps, folks, so they are probably getting close. As Bentley Glaser has got a lap traffic car of the 9 of Nick Ween coming up on his tail. This is the result of fresh tires as the 5 of Rusty Modesty gets around Andrew Faryniarz fairly easily. Stephen Luttrell coming off of pit road. Lap 56. I'm wondering if these guys are going to pit this time. We're going to keep our eye right here on the 88 of Andrew Faryniarz and see what he does. Looks like he is going to stay out another lap. Bentley says, okay, I am done with this. I'm coming down pit road. The 95 there of Michael Hopp. He is going to have the better tires. Ooh. Kind of got him a little bit loose there as Andrew was getting to that low line to get down pit road. Made it down pit road with no issues. That's going to put Jimmy Hopp in a second. Bentley getting right side tires now. Left side goes up. Here comes Bentley off of pit road. Andrew Faryniarz, right side is up. And he will take left sides too. I want to thank all of our folks out there. Jimmy Hopp coming down pit road now. But I want to thank everybody out there tuning in tonight. I do appreciate every single one of you guys showing up and visiting with everybody. So it means a lot to me, and it means a lot to these drivers, especially when they go back to watch the replay and see all you guys talking about their cars. And well, guys, that 21 machine of Christian Strader in the lead is, I think he gave Brian a little tap there to get around him. Willis Peters in a second right now. Andrew Faryniarz in a third. Bentley Glaser in fourth. But Andrew won't stay back there long. I can almost guarantee you that. Rusty Modesty currently in a fifth. Michael Hopp sixth. Stephen Luttrell up to seventh. Jimmy Hopp at eighth. Nick Wing in ninth. Ron Holyfield 10th. Cody Eldred in 11th. Brian Elmore 12th. Charlie Woods 13th. Vicente Guerrero 14th. Looks like we have lost Doug Johnson and Bobby Wetzel. Taking their cars behind the wall for tonight. Bernard looked like he was scraping the wall again. Lilith right now is about 4 seconds behind Christian. Andrew Faryniarz is right there. Bentley Glaser about 4 seconds behind Andrew. See Charlie Woods coming down pit road again. Charlie does is he comes down to his pit box. So we have completed 64 laps here. 63 laps. Looks like we've got cars on the lead lap. Brian Elmore, Vicente Guerrero, they are a lap down. Charlie has taken his car behind the wall, so Charlie is out for the night. Christian Strader, though, your leader right now. Andrew Faryniarz in a second, about 4 seconds behind Christian. And Lilith, she is right there in a third. Bentley Glaser in fourth, Rusty Modesty in a fifth. Michael Hopp in sixth, Stephen Luttrell seventh, Jimmy Hopp in eighth, Cody Elder ninth, Rod Holyfield in 10th. Nick Wing 11th, Brian Elmore 12th, Vicente Guerrero in 13. We are down to 13 cars, folks, here tonight. Lap 68 of 1 of 47. Really not much to talk about, folks. We are just green flag racing right now. That was the 001 of Lily scraping the wall there. Lilith, she was scraping the wall coming through the corner. Go to a chase view here real quick. See what kind of damage she has. She's having a hard time. Got some scrapage on that right front right there. That's going to allow Bentley Glaser to gain some ground on her for that P3 spot. Tis but a scratch. That'll buff out, right? But again, that's going to allow Bentley to close the gap on Lilith. Bentley's waiting for her to scrape the wall and lose that momentum again. How many laps has Lilith been out here? 24 laps on this stint. To Bentley's. Looks like Bentley's been out here 16 laps, 17 laps. Bentley does get around Lilith there. Andrew has closed that gap fairly good on Christian, down to 0.2 of a second. Andrew looking to the inside, coming through the corner here. Is he going to have enough? They are pretty, I'd almost say door to door, but Andrew, oh, you see Christian just slamming that car in to the corner. Almost see him get sideways there. Looks like he gets a little bit tight or a little bit loose coming out of the corner as Andrew picking to the inside once again. Door to door coming through the corner. Andrew going to take the lead as Christian scrapes off the wall. Andrew finally clears Christian, gets around him, and he is back in the lead. Bentley Glaser, though, is about 5, almost 6 seconds behind Christian and Andrew. Lilith still battling out back here in P4. Maybe if we get a chance, we will try to talk to Lilith, see how she is liking running with these guys, giving them fits. Lap 79 of 174, a little over halfway now through this race. Now we come back here to Bentley and Nick Wing. Of course, Nick is the last car on the lead lap, trying to stay on the lead lap. No, he is a lap down as Bentley Glaser gets around him. A lot of respectful racing going on out here tonight. Staying out of the way, not, we're not battling when you don't need to. I don't know if that was a little bit of net coat on Nick there, but his car kind of jumped sideways as Lilith goes to the inside and Nick going to get around him. She wasn't able to come down off the top of that wall like she has been, so she's having to check up a little bit more. running that bottom line like that, but she is around Nick and still running strong out here. Andrew Faryniarz, he has just opened up almost a 4-second gap on Christian. Stephen Luttrell is in 7th. He is currently almost 3 seconds behind Michael Hopp. He's got Jimmy Hopp right behind him as well. Cody Eldred back here in 9th. Ron Holyfield back here in 10th. Nick Queen and Brian Elmore 11th and 12th. Sinte in 13th. Ooh, that was the 5 of Rusty Modesty scraping the wall there. Andrew is just out front and walking away. Definitely going to at least have one more pit stop here, folks, before we are able to finish this race. So really not a whole lot of battles going on right now, guys. I'm just trying to find something to view here, and we are just so spread out. We got a little bit of a battle here for 11th between Nick Wing and Brian Elmore. Everybody else is just kind of spread out. The 5 of Rusty Modesty back here behind Vicente Guerrero. Rusty currently running in 5th. Ron Holyfield will be the last car on the lead lap. I say that, he just goes a lap down. I was thinking I was live, but now Cody Eldred is going to be the last car on the lead lap. But Andrew Faryniarz is coming up on him fairly quick. Bentley Glaser down pit road. Don't know if this is a scheduled or if he decided to pit early. Oh no, Bentley disconnected. Bentley has taken his car behind the wall. Next week, folks, we will be at Kansas. September 25th, October 2nd, we will be at Bristol. October 9th will be the Watkins Glen with the boot. It'll be a road course for these guys. And Jimmy Hop coming down pit road. We'll see what Nick Wing is coming down now as well. We'll take a look at Jimmy, see what he does down on pit road here real quick. He has to back up in his box. Unfortunately, overshot just a little bit. Right side going up. He's taking left side, so he's taking 4 in fuel. He is back out. Nick Wing down pit road in his pit box. He looks like he is going to take 4 in fuel. Andrew Faryniarz comes around. Stephen Luttrell. Stephen currently in 6th place. I see Lilith Peters. She is coming down pit road, currently in 3rd. Wondering if she's got any damage from the wall scrapes. We'll see if she stays in her pit box much longer after the 4. No, she does not. So she is on her way out of pit road. Michael Hop coming down pit road now. I haven't talked to any of the drivers to find out if they would be okay with doing green flag interviews. So we're not going to do any of those this time, but I will get with any of the drivers that'd be willing to do that, so we can talk to them during green flag runs like this. Andrew Faryniarz has opened up a 10-second gap on that P2 spot of Christian Strader. Here comes Lilith Peters. She's going to get around Vicente Guerrero. She does have the fresher tires, so she's going to have just a little more grip right now than these other cars. But Andrew Faryniarz, he is just, well, he's on a whole other universe out here on his own. Christian Strader getting passed by the 51. Of course, the 51 of Jimmy Hop, probably on some fresher tires. Lilith Peters does get around Rusty Modesty, but she is a lap down right now. Lap 101. We are coming to lap 102. Christian Strader, he is now coming down pit road, as well as Rusty Modesty. Well, that is going to pretty much put Andrew, the only car on the lead lap, as he comes down the back straightaway here. He is going to push this car as far as he can go. This is just, it's kind of hard to call a race like this, guys. I don't know what else to do. We are down to 12 cars. The Bentley Glaser, Charlie Woods, Doug Johnson, Bobby Wetzel's taking their cars behind the wall. Andrew. He is just out here running his race, but he is the only car. He is your leader, so he's the only car on the lead lap. Cody Eldred is a lap down. So is Lilith Peters, who is in third. Christian Strader in fourth, a lap down. Vicente Guerrero right now a lap down. If Andrew gets around him, he'll be 2 laps down. Michael Hopp is 2 laps down. Jimmy Hopp 2 laps down. Rusty Modesty 2 laps down. Stephen Luttrell 2 laps down. Ron Holyfield 3 laps down. Brian Elmore he is 3 laps down. I see Nick Wing down on pit road. Looks like he's getting some tires. Now Vicente Guerrero, he is down pit road. Cody Eldridge coming down pit road now. Well, that's going to put Lilith Peters in a second. Andrew Faryniarz still out here. How many laps has he been out here? 40 laps. Or 50 laps now. It was 49 laps. So at 50 laps. Nick Wing still down in his pit box. Vicente Guerrero coming out of pit road. Cody Eldred in his pit box right now. Getting the 4 sets. Getting a whole fresh car of tires. Well, we've had 108 laps of green flag racing here, folks. Andrew Faryniarz is just, he's just a beast, guys. I don't know what else to say. But Lilith, she has impressed me tonight, folks. Started in 5th, has worked her way up, hasn't given up. She comes around turns 1 and 2 down to the back straightaway. But Andrew, he is still out here and probably going to get as many laps as he can. Nick Wing still down on pit road. I think Nick may be done for the night. I'm not sure. He is 9 laps down now. Here comes a 25 of Ron Holyfield looking to the inside of the 88. Just not enough out of the corner onto the straightaway to get around him. Now the 5 of Rusty Modesty going to the outside. Ron Holyfield going to fall in behind him. Rusty looking to the inside of the 88, trying to get a lap back here as he does. Of course, Andrew's been out here for a lot of laps on this set of tires. So them tires are probably screaming at him about right now. So we'll see if he comes into pit road here pretty soon or not. Yes, he does. I kind of figured it was about to happen. Lilith Peters will get back on the lead lap here. She comes around turns 3 and 4 around the straightaway. Scrapes the wall coming out of the corner. She gets around Andrew down on pit road. It looks like she is averaging, her last lap was a 29.77. Andrew's coming out of his pit box. But Lilith will get back on the lead lap. She has actually taken the lead. With about 34 laps to go. But she has been out here, it's like 19 laps. So she's been out here 20 laps. She will probably have to pit again. Don't know if she'll have enough to make it or not. She might. Somebody who's a little bit better at math, we are, what, 30 or 28 to go? Or 32 to go. Been out here 21 laps. Now she might have enough fuel to make it. They're getting about... Well, Andrew got 56 laps on that run, so definitely a chance we could have a new driver win the race tonight. But I doubt it because Andrew is back here. He's only 3 seconds behind those the P2, P1 cars. I gotta admit, though, she is driving the far out of that car. Christian Strader's back here about a second and a half behind Lilith, and Andrew is right there behind Christian. Of course, Andrew's going to push that car as hard as he can to get caught up to that leader. And then, ooh, 21 of Christian scraping the wall, and that's going to allow Andrew to get around him fairly easily. Now he's got Lilith in his sights. About a second and a half behind Lilith. I'm going to watch this gap here, see how much he is gaining. Of course, Lilith ran a 29.86 the last lap. Andrew ran a 29.74. So he is gaining about a tenth of a second a lap. We'll see what she does this lap. A 30.01 and a 29.20. Andrew Faryniarz just took the fastest lap of the session with a 29.2, so about 0.8 of a second. He is showing it because now he has caught up with Lilith, about 0.2 of a second behind. Now he's looking to the inside of Lilith. Lilith is going to stay high. Andrew's going to take over the lead as he drops down closer to the bottom. Gets around Lilith. She's going to stay on that high, and she scrapes the wall. "26 laps to go, folks. It has been a long race, that is for sure." Oh, the 51. That is Jimmy Hop. Goes up into the wall. Andrew scraping the wall a little bit there. That's what it was showing, but showed a gap, so maybe some net code going on right now. That wasn't. That was the 39 of Brian Elmore that was really into the wall. Andrew drops down to the inside of Brian Elmore. Gets around him fairly easily. Of course, Brian is 2 laps down, so really not fighting the leaders here. 23 to go at the line here, guys. We are winding it down. Again, I do not know. That almost looked like net code scraping the wall. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on Andrew here as we come back around with 22 to go. If he comes out of turn number 2 and gets close to that wall, yeah, that's some net code right there. You can see him gap on the wall, and you see the sparks. Now he is in tire saving mode. 29.45. Lilith, you're P2 right now. Christian Strader in P3. Michael Hop in at P4. Rusty Modesty in 5th. Stephen Luttrell moving up to 6th. Jimmy Hop in 7th. Cody Elder 8th. Ron Holyfield 9th. Brian Elmore 10th. Vicente Guerrero in 11th. That is your 11 cars still left out on the track, as Andrew Faryniarz is coming around once again down the back straightaway. With 20 to go. He's coming up on that 36 of Stephen Luttrell. Stephen scrapes the wall in and out of turn number 4 here. Andrew's looking to the inside. Stephen going to stay on the high side. Andrew going to get around him coming into turns 1 and 2. Again, I want to watch Andrew. I didn't see it that time, but he did get close to that wall coming out of 3 and 4, or 1 and 2 there. I live about a 5.5 second lead on Christian right now. But Andrew, man, is just dominated coming up through the field. Of course, our second biggest mover tonight is this guy right here, the 36 of Stephen Luttrell. He is up 9 spots. Andrew has opened up about a 5.5 second gap on Lilith. With 17 to go. Again, I don't know. If Lilith is going to be able to make it. 37 laps with 16 to go. That puts her at 53. So yeah, she can definitely make it to the checker. Now Andrew is coming down on the inside of the 24 Vicente Guerrero. Vicente not really fighting him. We're going to let him get by. Vicente just out here running his race, which is what you got to do, folks. I mean, there's not much you can do when you got got a field as spread out as we are right now. We will be 13 to go here at the line. Andrew still out front. Of course, Lilith in second. Christian Strader third. Michael Hop fourth. Rusty Modesty fifth. Stephen Luttrell in sixth. Cody Eldred in 7th, Jimmy Hop in 8th, Ron Holyfield 9th, Brian Elmore in 10th, and Vicente Guerrero back here in 11th. Well, it depends. I mean, she's been doing pretty well. Not sure, again, how well she's saved, but I'm not seeing a lot of extra movements. Oh, Vicente going down to the inside, going to let her have that outside line, but she scrapes the wall. We are 11 laps to go. 25 of Ron Holyfield goes down to the inside. Actually, it's a 28 of Ron Holyfield. I think his car number, though, is 25. But it's 28 of Ron Holyfield. Going to let Andrew by. Lilith, she is about 8 seconds ahead of Christian. So she scrapes the wall there. And she is running about 0.2 of a second faster. Oh, hang on to it, Lilith. I think she's overdriving just a little bit. With 9 laps to go. She's got a pretty good gap between her and Christian, which they're both running in the same Discord channel, so they are probably talking. All she needs to do is just back her corners up a little bit more and go easy on the throttle coming out. Get that car straightened out before she gets back on full throttle. and she will be good to go. Because we are 8 laps to go. She's definitely got enough to make it to the end of the race. Just got to make sure she stays clean. And we're talking about her, guys, because, well, she is a newcomer to OP Thursday nights. And she started in 5th, or qualified 5th, and now she is running P2, so... With 7 laps to go, she is still about 0.2 of a second faster on lap times than Christian. She just needs to maintain this pace right here, and with 6 to go, she will be setting herself up for a podium finish. Oh, I agree. She has really impressed me. Oh, pancakes the wall there. But doesn't look like it hurt her too bad. She handles turns 1 and 2 pretty well. Back down on the straightaway. And we are 5 to go. There you go. Great job by her coming out of turns 3 and 4. A little bit of scrape on the wall, but not a big deal. She's running that high side in 1 and 2. Looks like she may be getting on the throttle a little too quickly coming out of 2. And that's causing her to get a little bit sideways. Pulls her car down towards the bottom. Better to exit on turn number 4. 3 laps to go. She is running that high side in 1 and 2. Very good job. With 2 to go, folks. We are almost done. Easy, get up that wall, lady. But she, again, Christian is in 3rd, Hop in 4th, Michael Hop in 4th, Rusty Modesty in 5th, Stephen Luttrell 6th, and Cody Eldridge 7th, Ron Holyfield 8th, Jimmy Hop in 9th. He let Stephen Luttrell get by him. Brian Elmore in 10th. And it looks like Vicente Guerrero took his down to pit road. White flag in the air, folks. Andrew got a 13-second lead on Lilith. Lilith has an 11-second lead on Christian. And this race is over. Andrew going to be your winner. Lilith looks like she is going to capture that P2 spot, and Christian will be that P3 spot. A great run by Lilith, definitely, as Christian's got to come across that start-finish line. He may be out of fuel because he backed out of it way too soon. All right, guys. Well, hang tight. We will get caught up with our top 3 for the Maxspeed TV post-race interview. Hang tight. We will be right back. All right, folks. Now we have really caught up with our finishers tonight. We're going to go ahead and start with our P3, the Christian Strader here. Let me get this turned on, and we'll bring Christian up to the broadcast booth. Well, Christian, buddy, what a race, man. Green to checkered, 147 laps of green flag running tonight. But you know them tires. We talked a little bit about the tires with Steven at the beginning of the race. Man, them things had to be screaming at you guys on those long green flag runs.
Oh yeah, they definitely were. The car was a handful, but that's to be expected here. So I felt pretty prepared for it. I enjoyed doing that, and it makes racing a little bit more fun. Even when like things kind of go like tonight, where there's not much really going on the racetrack. It at least makes it enjoyable to drive. Each lap's kind of its own challenge, and you don't have to sit there and rely on having to race other cars because, frankly, if you don't race the racetrack, you're probably going to wreck it.
Yeah, I mean, Darlington is not really. I mean, it is a technical track. It's kind of the quintessential short track, so to speak. You have to really be careful on the throttle. You have to find a line that works. Now, I noticed you guys in turns 1 and 2 were staying up high, and 3 and 4 you were getting close to that dotted white line about mid track. Was that seem to be the preferred line for the tire saving, or was that just preference?
Honestly, just personal preference for me. I think that it does save a little bit more tire than running up top, but I do think the top can be fast. It's just not something that I'm very good at here. It's always been a line that's been a little tough for me to kind of get up to and find in 3 and 4. Love doing it in 1 and 2. It's a lot of fun getting up by the wall and kind of riding up by the fence. But 3 and 4, it's just kind of not my forte and not really suiting to my style over on that side of the racetrack. So tend to just kind of keep it on the bottom because don't really want to touch the fence too much. And also I just feel like I end up being too slow up there.
Well, before we move on and give you any mic time here real quick, I want to talk to you. I mean, we had 147 laps tonight here at Darlington. Do you feel that the admins and should cut some laps off of these? I mean, we started with 16 drivers and finished with 11. Some of them just, took their cars behind the wall. You think it was because of the length of the race and really not a lot of side-by-side racing tonight?
I mean, I kind of expect that normally at Darlington. It's a tough track. I think that more so you saw a lot of people drop out tonight just due to you get in the fence, but so many times you get so frustrated. You get in the wall, you're getting loose off the corner. I think more so kind of struggles with the car tonight. I personally like the long races. I like long green flag runs, and kind of getting to get through a couple of them. It just kind of suits better to what I'm better at in racing and having some long time to kind of let the tires wear out. That's what I enjoy. But I definitely get it. The races are long. And I don't know if that's what's driving people off. I feel like most people kind of knew that coming in. But I mean, it's Darlington.
Yeah, right.
It's a grueling race. Like when it's a long race like this at the track like this, they can get long. They're spread out. There's not much side by side. When there's not that much action going on and you're hitting the wall, you kind of look and you kind of say maybe I'll hang it up for the night because probably leave the place more mad than
anything else. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, we got Kansas next week. What are you thinking about Kansas?
Personally, I do not like the racetrack. I have a good track record running there. It's not my favorite place. The corners just kind of seem odd to me. I don't know. The shape feels a little off and just awkward to me. But hopefully it'll be a good race, and I think it should run pretty well there. Typically running up by the fence and having the option to go to the bottom is a track that kind of suits my style. So should hopefully have a pretty good night.
Well, hopefully your mechanics can get and your body guys can get that number on your car straightened out by next week. Just giving you a hard
Yeah,
time on that.
We might have to replace that.
Well, Christian, the mic is yours, buddy. Any final thoughts, shout-outs, things you want to give before you go celebrate, bud?
Yeah, just thank you to you guys up in the booth, putting everything together. Alex and Cody and Hunter and Steven and everybody that puts the races together and kind of just keeps the season rolling. And then just over to all the fans and everybody that watch the races and tune in.
All right, buddy. I appreciate it, bud. Go celebrate. We will see you next week, my friend, and have a good night, bud.
You too.
All right. Well, that's going to bring us to our P2 finisher tonight. Let me get on her car here. Wow. Lilith, or Lily, what do you want to be called?
Either way. Hi.
How are you?
Good. I like Darlington.
Obviously, you've done very well your first night with these guys. Was you nervous coming in tonight, not knowing what to expect out of these guys, or what was your mindset coming in tonight, Lilith?
A little concerned. But all it takes is a couple bad drivers to ruin a Darlington race, but I'd say it was pretty good, honestly.
Well, you led you some laps. You were out front, for a little while, but that Andrew guy, that dude he's on a whole another level.
Yeah, I don't know. He's definitely something different.
Well, awesome job, Lilith. We were talking about you during the race. What was you feeling out there on the track? How was the car handling for you? And do you have a lot of experience in these Gen 4 cars?
I have ran about one league season here. It's probably my favorite car, honestly. It's really fun to drive for the most part.
Well, how was the car handling for you tonight? I noticed there was a couple of times you were kind of coming off a turn number 2 there, and it was almost like your car was jumping to the left. Do you think that was something that you were maybe getting on the throttle too hard and it was just, your wheel turn taking you to the left, or was there something going on with your car to cause that?
It's just how I drove it.
Okay.
I was kind of steering loose, or not loose, but steering left, and I just kind of let it do its own thing.
Well, Lilith, honestly, you impressed me tonight. Congratulations on coming in and getting that P2 finish. Let me get this back up here because I don't know why it's showing only half of your emblems. But awesome job. I'm going to turn the mic over to you, Lilith. Any final thoughts, shout-outs, things you want to give before you go celebrate?
Thanks for broadcasting it. And thanks to my teammate, Christian, for letting me know about the league and having a good race.
Well, awesome job, Lilith. Looking forward to seeing what you can do going forward. And, welcome to OP Thursday night.
Thank you. Good night.
All right. Well, that's going to bring us to our winner tonight, which he's probably in mid-sentence because I've seen him down there with Mr. Christian. But Andrew, buddy, green to checker tonight. Not a whole lot of battles going on. You guys kind of battled a little bit for that lead, and I think Lilith got up into the wall, and you seen the opportunity, and I think you were were able to save a little more tires than she could, or than she did. But man, what a race! You guys just green to checker. What can you say?
Yeah, that was awesome. That's what I expected tonight. I know probably from your perspective and the fans, it wasn't that interesting, but we were fighting the car all night. Really had to balance going fast with saving tires and kind of able to run different lines down there in 3 and 4. So that was a lot of fun. It's my birthday tomorrow, so really happy to get a win and come out the day before here and race a challenging track like that with a bunch of great drivers.
Well, happy early birthday. you amaze me. You started back in 11th, but I want to talk to you a little bit about Lilith. She's her first race. I think she says she's raced here a season before, but her first race back, she says she's had about a season in these cars. She likes these cars. She really impressed me running with guys that she's probably not run with in a while.
Yeah, that's always tough coming into a new league, and I guess for her it's a league she hasn't run in a while. We've run every week, so we kind of know who we need to give a little extra space to, who we can really be tight on. And I saw her for a minute there when we were coming through the field. She seemed like she was racing clean and having good hard racing, and she definitely had speed tonight. So she impressed me as well from behind the wheel.
Yeah. So we were talking a little bit about tires. That first pit stop you guys did. I think you ran 56 laps on that first stint. Do you remember what your tire wear was?
We were somewhere down in the 50s, wearing the right front more, which didn't make sense to me because it felt kind of squirrely off the corners the last 10 laps of that run. So, it was, I don't know if it was heat or what, but the tire wear indicated we were burning the right front, but it felt like it was the right rear.
Well, we were watching you come out of turn, I want to say it was turn 1 and 2. You took the high side on 1 and 2, but when you were coming out, it almost looked like you were scraping the wall, but there was a gap. I'm calling net code. Was it feeling like you was hitting the wall or scraping the wall any tonight?
Yeah, I actually did not touch it at all. I know netcode makes it look like you're kind of killing it, but I did not touch the wall once, which I am kind of proud to say, honestly.
So no Darlington stripe for Andrew tonight.
No, I think that's the first time I've ever done that. So.
Well, buddy, a great win. I mean, that's your 6th win on the season, and you are, man, all I can say is you're a machine. I mean, the way that, that you handle this car and the way that you've been running these races, that's something that as a driver myself, I've been on iRacing for almost 2 years, and I've only got 1 win in the whole time that I've been racing. And to be able to do what you do is something that, as a driver, we all strive for. And it's just amazing to watch you do what you do, Andrew. So I tip the hat to you, sir. I'm glad I'm not out there racing against you because, honestly, I couldn't hold your fuel can, sir.
Well, thanks. I appreciate it. And I'm sure you got wins coming. We could run some plate races. I'll push you to some wins.
There we go. All right. Well, Andrew, the mic is yours, buddy. Any final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate?
Thank you to you for broadcasting, all the admins in this league, all the drivers, and all the fans. And I will not be around for probably about 3 weeks here between vacations and going to real-life races. So, yeah, I'm not leaving. I look forward to sitting back on a beach chair and watching Thursday night racing and, cheering along some of the guys.
Well, we would love to have you out there, buddy, but we understand, that downtime comes in handy. Go celebrate, my friend, and we will catch up with you soon.
Thanks so much, guys.
All right, bud. All right, guys. Well, that's going to bring us to our results for tonight. Let me get this turned on here. Andrew Faryniarz, your winner tonight. Lilith Peters with a surprising entry in tonight. P2. Christian Strader in 3rd. Michael Hopp finishing 4th. Rusty Modesty in 5th. Stephen Luttrell finishing 6th. Cody Eldridge in 7th. Ron Holyfield in 8th. Jimmy Hopp in 9th. Brian Elmore in 10th. Vicente Guerrero finishing 11th. Nick Wing 12th. Bentley Glaser finishing 13th. Charlie Woods in 14th. Doug Johnson in 15th. And Bobby Wetzel rounding out the 16-car field. Well, I do appreciate everybody tuning in out there in chat tonight. Everett Grover, Belva, William, Brendan Kennedy, Jeremy Medlock, Lorna Luttrell out there as well. I think that was everybody that was chatting. But I appreciate all the viewers as well that wasn't chatting. But yeah, guys, y'all are amazing fans. We love you. We thank you. So that's going to do it for us here tonight until Saturday, folks. Please enjoy the rest of your night. Have a good rest of your week, and we will see you guys on Saturday.